Consider a rarer medium having refractive index mu1 and a denser medium having refractive index mu2. Also having a convex surface xy and P is the pole of this convex surface. Consider an object in the rarer medium and a ray from this object incident at the convex surface of the denser medium. Then the line joining between the center of curvature and the point of incidence is the normal at the point of incidence, and I is the angle of incidence. Since the light ray is propagating from rarer to denser medium, it bends towards the normal in the denser medium by making r as the angle of refraction. Consider another ray which is incident at the normal to the convex surface and hence propagated without deviation. Since these rays are converging after refraction, an image is formed at the denser medium at the point of intersection. Draw the perpendicular MN from the principal axis. The angle between the light rays inclined at the object is alpha. The angle between light rays inclined at the image is beta. The angle between the principal axis and the normal inclined at the center of curvature is gamma. Since all measurements are starting from the pole, the distance of the object from the pole is u. Distance of center of curvature from the pole is radius of curvature r. Distance of image from the pole is v. Use exterior angle theorem for the triangle OCN. We get I equals alpha plus gamma, which is equation number 1. And use exterior angle theorem for the triangle ICN. We get gamma equals r plus beta, or r equals gamma minus beta, which is equation number 2. At small angle, alpha approximately equals tan alpha, which is Nm divided by Om. But when m approaches to P, it is Nm divided by Op, which is equation number 3. At small angle, beta approximately equals tan beta, which is Nm divided by Mi. But when m approaches to P, it is Nm divided by Pi, which is equation number 4. At small angle, gamma equals tan gamma, which is Nm divided by Mc. But when m approaches to P, it is Nm divided by Pc, which is equation number 5. When we use Snell's law on this interface, we get sin I divided by sin r equals mu2 divided by mu1. At small angle, sin I becomes I and sin r becomes r. Hence, the previous expression becomes I divided by r equals mu2 divided by mu1. After cross multiplication, mu1i equals mu2r. Substitute for I and r from equations 1 and 2. Then mu1 into alpha plus gamma equals mu2 into gamma minus beta. Substitute for alpha, beta and gamma from equations 3, 4 and 5. Then we get mu1 into Nm divided by Op plus Nm divided by Pc equals mu2 into nm divided by pc minus nm divided by pi. After cancelling nm, equation becomes mu1 into 1 divided by op plus 1 divided by pc equals mu2 into 1 divided by pc minus 1 divided by pi. After rearranging, we get mu1 divided by op plus mu2 divided by pi equals mu2 minus mu1 divided by pc. Replace op as minus u, pi as plus v and pc as plus r. Then mu2 divided by v minus mu1 divided by u equals mu2 minus mu1 divided by r.